Weird things that happen to me in everyday life, part 87. So here's another mixed kid problem video. Growing up, I had a childhood friend. It was actually the same childhood friend who I was a bridesmaid in her wedding, and it was a disaster, so that girl. But growing up, she had a very serious issue with me telling people that I was black and that I was Asian. Again, like I mentioned in previous videos, in my era growing up, we were just considered black. The Asian didn't even matter. So I would always tell people that I was also part Asian because I'm proud of my parents. I'm proud of our background. But it incredibly frustrated her that I would tell people that I was also part Asian. So we ended up going to two different schools as we got older, and she'd always talk to her friends about me and tell them about me, but she would introduce me like this. This is my black friend that I was telling you about. Isn't it crazy that she looks like this? And her friends would look at her and look at me and be like, you look mixed. And I would say, yeah, I am. I'm black and I'm Asian. And they'd look at her and be like, well, that's why she looks like this. She even introduced me like this the night of her wedding. A little disclaimer, it wasn't until I went to college that people only thought that I was Asian or something other than black. So growing up, my childhood friend, it would just upset her that I would say I'm black and I'm Asian because she would tell me, no, you are only black. And this girl would sit me down all the time at length and say, these are the reasons as to why you're only black and why you can't mention your Asian side. And a lot of them were the normal things that all mixed people hear. When people ask about my race, I literally pick the two things that I am the most and that I show the most. And I know that a lot of mixed people do that too. My best friend even does that. I think she's 4 different things and she just says that she's white and Asian. Oh, 2 other disclaimers. 1, I had no idea how long the childhood friend was introducing me to people like that. I only heard it when we were in college and we were out of college, and I would always correct her. 2, I have no idea how long she was thinking this, but she didn't bring up these conversations about my race until we were in college. But yes, like as I mentioned previously, she would sit me down multiple times and talk to me about why I can't say that I'm part Asian. And she would say things to me like, your dad is black, your mom is half black and half Japanese, you aren't Asian, you can't claim that. And I would say, well, I have to because that is what I am. And she would literally be like, no, you can't. I have Asian somewhere down the line in my family, so do you think I can go around claiming that I'm Asian too? And I literally was like, my grandmother is Japanese. My mom immigrated to America from Japan. She had to learn English. When we grew up, we knew Japanese and English. And even though we're not fluent because we don't speak it anymore, like that was our childhood. We have Asian customs and etiquette instilled in us. What do you mean? But are you ready for this? Nothing infuriated her more than when I stopped doing sports and I wasn't tan anymore. She accused me of getting skin whitening surgery. She would go in all of my social media pictures and be like, why are you tan here? See, you're tan here. You actually look black here. What's going on? How come you're not black anymore? And I'd be like, I moved to Boston and stopped playing outside sports.